Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for American Horror Story Freak Show, Season 4, Episode 4, Edward Mordrake, Part 2. I'm your host, Dom. With me is my co-hosts, Omikins.
Hi.
Michael.
Hi.
And Rachel.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hello.
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 Cattail. I have cattail.
Oh, wow.
You have a cattail. That's new.
She's surprisingly still. Oh, there we go.
Dun, 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 dun.
She's looking at the blanket on the bed, and I think she's trying to figure out if Mia's under it.
She could be. Anyway, what did you guys think of this episode?
I loved it.
It was good.
So sad.
It was. I love the backstories. That's what I love about it.
No. I'm just so sad that that Edward Mordrake was only on 2 episodes. Such
Oh,
a great character.
Right? Oh, he is. He's a wonderful character. But I love the backstories. I hope they continue doing a little more.
Oh, they will. I mean, we got a little bit of information. They're gonna, touch on Pepper, and.
Do you know what the Pepper's equivalent male counterpart is? Do you know his name?
No.
No.
Do you?
It's Salty.
Salty Pepper.
Salty? Oh, God.
Nice.
That's horrible.
Oh,
That's like
God.
Perfect. No, this episode was really good. Like, really, really good, but I am depressed.
It's a lot sad.
Why are you depressed?
Twisty.
R.I.P. Twisty.
R.I.P. Twisty. I was ready after watching
Mike looks like he's going to kill someone right now.
I was ready to go and get a little tear tattoo, like on Crybaby, because I was like,
oh my God.
The little tear tattoo that signifies you murdered somebody.
Yes. Maybe she was the one that murdered Twisty.
I ain't no Edward Mordrake.
Cat.
How do we know that? Turn around. I want to see if there's a face behind you.
I can't. I'll wreck my headphones. And they'll just come ripping out my ears, and then I'll have no ears. And
Mike clearly has another face attached to him right now.
Clearly.
She doesn't want to get down, which is strange. Hi. That's a face for radio. Holy shit.
Radio face.
The look she just gave me.
So getting back to the episode, who saw Twisty as the new performer for Edward Mordrake?
I really thought it was gonna be somebody from the Freak Show, but it made sense that Edward would make his way to Twisty.
Yeah.
It does make sense now, yeah.
We heard the music.
Mm-hmm. Well, it wasn't really music; it was just him going.
Well,
it's him pounding on.
He was performing.
It's technically a performance on Halloween still, because this part 2 still took place on Halloween. Yeah. But then that begs to ask the question: this is a second performance now. Shouldn't he take 2 separate people?
Well, I think the whole point is that they're in the same area. I guess it counts as one summon.
He was already there.
Yeah.
He thought he could just make the trip across the road.
Pretty much. But I mean, why didn't he take Dandy instead? Come on, that guy
oh my
is just.
God, that kid.
He's just bursting with darkness.
I thought for sure they were gonna take Dell or something, but
Dandy's not really a freak, so to speak. He's
a freak in his mind.
Yeah.
You know what? Dandy creeped me out more than Twisty. That has something to say there.
I think that's I think that's the whole reason for Twisty, is because they kind of redeemed Twisty here. Like, I actually felt for Twisty.
There was a story behind him.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not a fan of clowns, but I love Twisty from the very beginning. He was that character that people misunderstood. And I understood him, and I felt.
Understood him.
I understood him.
Scary. That is very, very scary.
I mean, it actually made Twisty more endearing.
It really did.
It kind of did. He was
a
special.
simpleton. He was short bus helmet jewel cup special.
I mean, he couldn't even finish himself off with the rifle.
No. Oh, that was horrible.
How did he do that wrong, though? I mean,
I saw that. I was like, oh my god, that's what happened to his jaw.
Well, duh.
People do that.
I was like, oh my
wrong
god.
But I
all the
mean,
time.
just the way, because I was paying attention, but the angle of the shotgun, I was like, how could that have missed things that mattered?
No, he was going this way instead of he should have went up.
People do that shit wrong all the time.
That sounds really bad that I know that, but if you go this way...
I love the way that Mike says it, is people do it wrong.
I'm saying a lot of people survive at, their
Right, so that's the
suicides.
wrong way to do it. The wrong way to do it is to survive.
No. Nice. No. What I'm saying is a lot of people survive their attempted, suicides. They're attempted at that point because they either, one, really don't want to do it and it leads them to screw up, or two, they're so dumb they can't figure out how to do it properly. They're dumb to actual human anatomy.
That's why I said if you gotta go...
He could have died from the infection, so I don't think he went to the hospital.
No, it doesn't look like that. It looks like he bandaged himself. No, he may have gone to the hospital. We don't know because at that point all the face paint was off of him too, and I don't think because we had seen after he retired from, or didn't retire, but got run out of the thing, he was still in the bus. He was still wearing the makeup. It was all caked on. He still had his jaw intact. Then he fires the rifle. He shoots himself. He's got the bandages on, but the paint is all off his face. So,
yeah. I'm thinking that bus might be on his mom's land.
Well, the thing is, as far as the shotgun goes and getting it bandaged up, if you went to the hospital, that's part of the story we didn't really need to know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, very true.
Mm-hmm. But Dandy picking up that mask, that was kind of like carrying the torch, to a whole new level here.
Yeah.
Yep.
That actually kind of ticked me off.
Why?
I was like, you're disrespecting Twisty, dude.
Well, he doesn't know Twisty's story, which,
This is
doesn't
also
matter. He took it from a dead guy.
He didn't even care that he was dead.
Who takes things from dead people?
He took something from a dead person that was used as a cover for his missing mouth.
Yeah, and did you see that his costume was covering the missing mouth? Do you think Dandy would have taken that if he saw all the drool and the goo and this? Ooh.
I wouldn't have.
To
be honest, yes. I don't think Dandy would have cared.
He probably would have took his sleeve and that's good.
Yeah, that's good. So, spit sign. Yeah, it's off. Dandy's he's a freak without having an abnormality.
He's a mental freak.
Yeah, he's more of a freak than the freaks.
He's a psychopath.
Yeah.
That's the correct terminology.
I mean,
Probably
and then we got to see
No.
Dora again for a brief period of time.
Or Patti LaBelle.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw it coming.
I saw it coming.
She wasn't scared of him this time. Again.
He almost had that look in his he was going to cry because he was like, oh shit, what the fuck did I just do? And then he realized, you know what? This is not that hard.
I know. I saw him oh, Danny gonna cry? Danny gonna cry? I'm sitting there talking to my screen.
I was waiting for him to just break down and so I'm sorry. But
no. He just kind of
That smile was amazing.
Yeah, that smile is going to haunt me tonight when I go to sleep. That was amazing, yeah, but in the creepy way.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But overall, so going back to Edward, the whole purpose of Edward Mordrake was kind of to reveal all these backstories that would have been very difficult to tell otherwise. Right?
Yeah. The darkness.
Some of some of the more minor characters to reveal, because we could have gotten Elsa's story through some other means. We could have gotten the bearded lady. What was the bearded lady from last week? Ethel. We could have gotten Ethel's, through just like the interactions and stuff with Del Toro, that have been going on. But the girl without the legs, the guy with the short arms, the human seal. We probably wouldn't have learned anything about them otherwise. It would have been very difficult to make their stories relevant. Yeah. And I think they did a phenomenal job with it.
Yeah, they definitely did. And you know what? I like how they gave us Elsa's backstory, and I like that I was wrong about the whole she lost her legs and, civilian casualty in World War II.
I probably would have liked it better if she would have. The way she lost them was horrible.
Oh, that was absolutely horrible, and it's fitting for the show.
Yeah.
Well, and you didn't like her snuff film?
Yeah, I know, right?
God.
No.
See, that was my initial theory. I'm like, all right, she's German. This is the 50s. She probably got them blown off in a bombing.
Yeah.
But this was totally unexpected. I love that it was different and unexpected.
Yes.
Bravo, but it was still fucking gruesome.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean, you're drugged, but you're still awake, and it's just...
She was a star, though. That's what she's always wanted, and she's wanted to get back to that level ever since.
She was the star. Yeah, congratulations, you were the star.
It's like putting out a sex tape, and it's really popular. You're the star. You're the star, but you feel violated at the same time.
Yeah, but most people get to keep their naughty bits after a sex tape.
Well, her legs were naughty bits?
No, I'm just saying normally most
Ask
people...
Kim how she feels. Ask Kim Kardashian how she feels about the start of after her sex tape.
I mean, she had a baby, I guess.
That is a freak show in itself. But...
Let's not go there.
What would you think of her whole background in dominatrix?
Not too surprising, really.
Yeah, because when you think about it, Fraulein Elsa does kind of sound like a dominatrix's name.
And she's very... She wants things her way, and she is very domineering in the way she does things. So I wasn't too surprised.
No, you're right. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't surprising.
The surprising part to me were the quote-unquote watchers.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, she didn't do any sexual acts. She
never let them touch her.
Yeah, she was the one that was commanding every bit, every second. So it wouldn't seem awkward for her to have people watching her doing, like, commanding and being the sergeant of the deal, because, I mean, it's the other people sitting on nails, not her.
Yeah, but there are people... there are plenty of people out there who just get off on watching.
I'm sure you guys won't look at a toilet ever again.
Just so you guys know, to really get into character before this podcast started, I made sure to line my chair with nails.
I figured you did.
Wonderful. That's perfect. Yeah.
Yep. Me too. My ass is totally bleeding right now. Hey, if you sat on a nail, would your ass be bleeding? Come on.
No.
Just the way you said it.
Totally, you could take it out of context.
Out of context.
So, Jimmy, and Esmeralda run out of gas on the motorcycle.
Of course they do.
They just so happened to witness Twisty's victim's latest close escape.
Yeah.
Just about.
And what in their right mind made them go looking for...
It was just Jimmy.
That sounded like a jungle creature. I'm sorry. That did not sound like a cat.
It was just Jimmy. I mean,
Jimmy wants to help.
He wants to prove himself. He wants to say, like, he wants to go out and be like, I'm a normal person. So I guess in the back of his mind, he's like, heroism will totally get them to look at me in a normal way. Yeah, completely.
Of course, curiosity.
Yeah,
curiosity killed the cat.
Someone's in trouble. He's always there to help people when they're in trouble, and that's just who he is. It's his personality.
But why did Esmeralda follow?
Because she's stupid.
No, I mean, seriously. Did you see that road? Did you really look at that road? What would be more creepy than that road? I'd
Following a murderous clown into the woods would be more creepy than sitting on that road.
You know what?
What if Jimmy runs off? She stays there, and the murderous clown decides to come back and sees her, and he's like, "Oh hey," and she's like, "Oh shit, I should have went with Jimmy."
See, this was done in true Halloween, horror movie fashion.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you come home, the house is dark, and there's rumors of a serial killer. So what do? You call out, hello,
Hello?
You go in the basement and you wear high heels.
Yeah, you call
and
out,
say,
hello.
"I'll be right back."
Yeah, you go walking through your house, or do you just leave? I mean, come on.
You go down the deep, dark basement by yourself.
You crawl in the bed with a murderer and crack your cherry.
Yeah, you say,
"Whoa, whoa,
Yep.
whoa."
Virgins never die.
I was going to say, I'll be right back, go down into the basement and, have sex with the blonde, which would get you killed. But you know what? She beat me to it.
The blonde beat
You know
you
the
to
rules.
You know the rules.
it? The blonde beat you to it?
Yes.
Bravo.
What?
But yeah, then Jimmy ends up rescuing these girls.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Esmeralda she played a big part in this. Like, she ran off and, like, lured Dandy away from everybody.
Yeah.
Dandy.
She, like, sacrificed herself to help all these people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they
Yeah.
didn't have the energy to do it.
Well, Mike just got through telling us last week that she was a royal bitch.
Yeah, well,
Do
you know
do you
what?
still feel the same way?
Yes.
Really?
What?
Because she's Esmeralda, according, as far as everybody knows, not Maggie, the con artist.
Well, I mean,
That's
I
not
don't-
really the appropriate time to renounce your fake name.
Yeah, I think she's
don't-
at heart is a good person.
All right.
yeah, I don't think Maggie. I'm using her real name because I don't think Maggie has ever been a bitch. It's just that she's been put in situations where she had to make the wrong choice.
Mm-hmm.
And,
She had to survive.
I mean, she's working for a con artist because probably that's the only way she could survive at that time. I mean, look what
She
the
has
freaks are.
something on her too.
Yeah, the freaks are making their living out of exploiting themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, right now you're probably actually seeing the real Maggie because she doesn't have Stanley on her ass.
Yeah, very true. Minus the whole, fortune telling.
Yeah.
Nice the whole
Yeah.
thing, the bitch
She
part.
she's like, yeah, I know I could see it, what all men are into. Just what's next? We go wander off into the woods? And he's like,
Well,
actually,
yeah.
we
Actually,
do.
yeah, there's a curfew.
I thought that was hilarious because
I
he
know, it was.
knew exactly what she was talking about. He was like, "Stop being a bitch."
But
He
then,
was totally honest. Like, we ran out of gas. There's a curfew. We got to get off the road. And
Exactly.
she's like,
Yeah.
mm.
I mean, she's just being a smartass, and he was like, he called her out on it without actually saying that
Yeah,
she's a smartass.
I think he made her feel stupid.
yeah, but then
Go ahead.
as soon as Jimmy
But,
kind of
you know.
redeems himself, not that he had to, but he shows like who he really is, shows his true qualities. She just instantly starts warming up to him. She
Because she
even
doesn't see him as a freak anymore.
she even
The
tells the
only-
police that
yeah.
she's like, Jimmy saved the day. She didn't even want any of the credit for it.
Yeah, which is pretty crazy. I guess. Okay,
Well,
so maybe she's not a
started-
bitch.
She
No.
started seeing him more than just a freak.
Yeah.
There's that, but I mean, to pass off the whole like the claim to the heroism there, she is conning them, and she doesn't want anybody to catch on.
Yeah.
So to pass the attention is the perfect thing for her to do.
Wow, what a bitch.
No, she's just surviving at this point.
I'm just playing with Mike's emotions right now because he's like, yep, she's a bitch. Oh, you know what? Maybe she's not. And then I'm just speaking for Mike right there. What a bitch. Mike's on the yo-yo string right now with her. But Mike, how are you really feeling toward her right now?
I'm mixed, honestly, I'm mixed. I mean, I still think she's not an actual bitch. I'm still going to call her one because she has to prove otherwise.
Yeah.
But, there's more depth to the character than just, she's just some bitch con artist trying to con all these freaks for money.
You know what I think you're doing? I think you're relating her character in Freak Show to her character in Coven, because in Coven, she really was a bitch.
It's hard to get over that.
Yeah. So,
Really?
I mean, yes.
I got over it in Coven.
That's because you wanted it in her pants.
That would look good in ladies' pants.
Would he?
What?
I'm saying random things just to
How
throw
does
him
Mike
off now.
know this? Umi?
Again, I am saying things that just to throw him off at this point, like he's toying with my emotions, so.
Don't even bring me into this. I'm done.
And they think that we're bad.
So, even the police start to commend Jimmy.
Well, yeah, he just saved, 3 people who were kidnapped from a murderous clown.
But then he basically tells them to shove it.
Well, of course.
For what they did to Peep.
Meep.
Meep.
Peep.
Well, I mean, because it was unjustified. The police...
Meep
what the
eats
hell?
Peeps.
Meep the geek.
Eats marshmallow Peeps that are not marshmallow, but they're actually real.
I mean, Meep was an odd character, but he didn't deserve what he got because,
He was basically a child.
He really was.
So I heard the noise you hear echoing occasionally from...
Can't hear anything.
You can't hear it. I hear it echoing on Omi's end from her microphone. The cat has a tissue.
Isn't the door closed?
Thank you for derailing the show again.
So
anyway, the curfew is now lifted.
Mm-hmm.
And the townsfolk start coming into the freak show.
Mm-hmm.
To actually, treat Jimmy like a real person and commend him for saving the kids
He's
from Twisty.
He's a real boy.
The thing is, they were treating all the freaks like real people at that point.
Yep.
It's like, Jimmy did good? Oh, they're all good. This is perfect. Let's all make friends.
What I don't
brownies.
understand, they lifted curfew, but they know there's another one out there.
Well, the cops know that there's another one out there, but for now,
That's true. But still.
It's, they don't really know what the other guy was. The other one was an accomplice. Was he a murderer? And then, they got the 3 kids to talk to.
For all they know, this person that killed Twisty could have been another person that he happened to kidnap and got the better of him.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know exactly.
Mm-mm.
So...
No, you're right.
They can't you come to the assumption that it's another murderer, so, let's not lift curfew, so.
But, oh, wow, these people saved all these, this freak saved all these kids. Maybe they are real people after all. And then they started using the logic centers of their brain like, these are just people born with birth defects. They're not monsters.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, look at this lady. She had her legs surgically removed as a child due to a spinal condition.
Well, they don't know that. They only see...
No, they don't know that, but it's sort of like that. Like, maybe use your brain. Maybe they had a life-threatening medical condition. That's why they're missing limbs.
I was really shocked about the Seal Boys, why he didn't get a face tattooed. That was a very... I was shocked.
Yeah. Now, I'm curious if
I didn't see that coming.
I'm curious if the actor himself actually has those tattoos, or if that's something that they do for the show.
I will look it up as we speak right now.
Okay.
I'm curious.
Because we did see flashbacks of him not in the tattoo stuff, and I'm just curious because I do know they have heavy concealant makeup.
Yes, they can.
So.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I load up to look, and I get, it's like Halloween, it's ads, Halloween costume ideas, and it's King Joffrey, his face turning blue as he chokes at his wedding.
Spoilers.
If you had, never mind.
Yeah, shush.
Anyway, American Horror Story.
But then Elsa capitalizes on this immediately. She,
of course.
While everybody else is feeling like a human, like a person, that they belong for the very first time, she just sees dollar signs.
Of course.
Well, you know what? Maybe that's a good thing that she did that. That she stepped up and decided to do something about it instead of letting Del take over.
Mm-hmm. Where was Del? In a drunken stupor? Because
Yeah, he comes stumbling out like,
out the end.
where are all these people?
I know. Oh, what's going on?
What's going on?
He just comes out and he like looks over, but he doesn't look too pleased with this at all.
Oh, of course not, because it wasn't his idea.
He looks actually kind of scared, is the kind of look that I got off of him. So I'm curious if I believe it was Mike last week that said maybe he doesn't even have his strong man abilities anymore. We haven't seen him use them.
No.
Yeah.
Well, he was lifting weights.
He's lifting average-sized weights that anybody could lift.
Yeah, I don't think he has all of those tattoos. But the character's name is... shit, where is it? I was just reading it. It's a weird name. Oh, Paul the Illustrated Seal.
Okay.
That's the character's name. That's his freak moniker, which I didn't know.
Well, I mean, there's a banner that says Seal Man on it, so...
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, well. But no, he's not tattooed.
Okay.
Back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, Del just... I think I mentioned he's just... I think he's a fraud right now. Or he has been for a while.
He's past his prime. He's past his prime, trying to regain his glory days, and he can't get it up, so...
He definitely is, but then, you know, I go and look at his wife, Ethel.
That's right.
Or his ex-wife. His ex-wife, Ethel. And she's
they weren't married, I don't think.
She's a freak because she has a beard, right? Why couldn't she just shave it?
Because that's how she made
Her money.
Yeah, but she complained like she always wanted to feel like a part in this, and she didn't want to be looked at this way, and that this doctor that she saw last week was like the only one that ever made her feel like a person. Just shave the fucking beard and go into society and act like a real person.
Well,
okay, wait.
You know how much...
As a woman, I'm going to speak right now. Shaving is just the worst ever. Okay? I don't want to shave my legs every day. So why would she want to shave her face every day?
Guys have to shave their face every day.
Yeah, but you guys like it. It's part of you. That testosterone thing, that happens.
That is the only thing you guys
Who
have
said
to
we
shave.
like it?
That happens. You just have to deal with it. Whereas ladies typically
I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
We have to shave our armpits, our legs, and then our thighs during the summer.
Other things.
And then other things. Otherwise, we just look like Neanderthal women. You guys have no idea.
You only shave your face. Come on. I mean, typically, guys only really do... We do have to do every... You know?
You know how annoying it will be if I wanted to shave this off right now?
You kind of have to do it in stages.
Yeah.
It's like get some scissors, then get like a buzzer, then get a fine razor.
I would buzz it down as far as I could go with an electric buzzer, and then I would get a razor. And even then, it's still going to be annoying, and I'm probably going to cut myself, no matter how careful or how used to it I am, because it is really thick right now.
Now you know why she doesn't want to cut it all the time.
Anyway.
But it's nothing that a guy doesn't have to do, so she's pretty much in that category.
You mentioned...
She could just do it.
I'm glad we're talking about this now, and we brought up, you know, the strong man, how Del might not be a strong man anymore. He's probably a fraud, right? Mm-hmm. Today when I was at work, one of my coworkers, Anthony, Nicky, he was born in the South. When he was growing up, he actually traveled with his uncle with a traveling carnival. And he said they had a freak show. But none of them, it was all gimmicks and stuff like that. They had the guy who does the nail into his head. They had a strong man. They had all that. And he basically told me, he's like, it was all gimmicks. The guy with the nail, he like all other humans have a sinus cavity. All he was doing was taking a nail, putting it in his nose, and just fake tapping it in. It wasn't going into anything. He showed me he took the ink cartridge out of a pen and he shoved it halfway up his friggin' nose while doing that. And I was like, ah! He's like, I don't feel anything.
Yeah, because there's no bone.
And he said the strong man, what they would do is, they'd show you a whole bunch of heavy barbells and stuff like that and have you try to lift them and everything. And then they'd have a hollow one and they would lift it and do that. Or the frying pans, like you ever see one roll up a frying pan? they'd have a whole bunch of regular cast iron frying pans, and the one they rolled up would, be a very well-made tin replica. So maybe Del is just a fake strongman.
Those are my more sideshows, I guess, than freak shows.
Yeah, they're more sideshows, but yeah.
I don't know. They made it seem like he was legit in the very beginning when they first started introducing Del, but
I mean, any average man with that muscle mass, if he gets pissed off and, adrenaline, could easily twist a guy's head around.
I was going to say, he could twist a guy's head off.
I mean, anybody could do that with enough anger.
With enough, in an adrenaline rage, you'd be surprised how easy it is to do that.
Yep. Someone make me angry.
I like my head where it is.
There's always this time next week.
I don't need reverse vision.
I could totally do that.
I will totally be at your guys' place this time next week, so we could, or I'll be with you guys this time next week, so I can could totally do that. I can totally make you angry, and we'll see what happens. But
door.
Anyway, Bet and Dot got bumped even lower than they expected. It was lower than opening for Elsa. They're opening for Salty and Pepper.
Yeah, but let's just notice Bet and Dot. We had nothing from them this episode except for just like one 1-minute scene.
Yeah.
But anyway,
we're gonna see more of them now that Stanley's there.
Yeah, Stanley.
Yes, Stanley shows up, introduces himself as Richard Spencer, talent scout from Hollywood, and instantly gets a seat at the sold-out show.
Yeah, because Elsa...
he wasn't going to get one until he said he was from Hollywood, California, and then she's like, "Ching!"
Well, not only that, it's because Esmeralda said someone with dark hair is going to come and give you an awesome little leg up here. No pun intended.
Clearly wasn't Moondrake.
I love
so bad.
I love what Mordrake said to Elsa at that point. Like, oh, my talent has known to leave people, render people speechless. And she's like, the only thing that has me speechless is your complete idiotic delusion.
Yeah. But how do you think Elsa feels about being even a runner-up to Edward Mordrake's death circus?
I don't think she actually cared. When she saw all those people lining up, she was like, I don't care anymore.
Take me now.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to die back then, but that soldier guy that she made sit on a nail full of...
Was it him? Was it him?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It was him.
Okay.
He had a crush on her and followed her around and caught her.
Saved her.
Saved her after they left. She said she wishes he wouldn't have.
I wouldn't follow her around after she made me sit on a seat of rusty nails to take a piss. Seriously?
He enjoyed it.
He enjoyed it. He said thank you.
Got off on it, yeah. He kept saying Danka.
Yeah. Some people are like that. I mean, I'm not judging.
I'm not judging either. Some people get off on weird stuff.
The most surprising part about this entire episode for me was that there was no song.
That's true. There wasn't.
Unless you count Twisty going ding 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 on the little
I was just gonna say, unless you count that.
No.
No.
No, there's no musical. Hello.
But actually, now that I think about it, I was actually expecting a new song every episode. This actually is kind of a letdown.
Well, you know what? Technically, this was part 2 of a 2-part episode.
Yeah.
So we got the musical number in part 1.
It was just in the first episode.
I was actually gonna say that. So I fully think that we will have a 12-track musical album by the end of this. Most albums are 12 tracks.
Yes, it's true.
They're not 13. So
13's an unlucky number, don't you know?
It's an uneven number, and Michael does not enjoy uneven numbers. It needs to be a nice even 12.
I'm ignoring you. There's a cat on the desk, and I'm making sure she doesn't act like an idiot.
So, Mike,
it's one cat. There should be 2, right?
Right. Do you plan on purchasing the CD, Mike, now that there's an even number of 12 tracks on it?
No.
He'd have to buy 2 CDs.
Oh.
I haven't actually bought a CD since I was...
Well, would you buy the album on iTunes?
Maybe. I don't know. Depends on how good it is.
Well, you've already heard the first 3 tracks.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd buy it on iTunes.
Come on, just for the David Bowie song?
Not stung by
Still
David
gonna
Bowie,
hurt
so
you
it
next
won't
week.
have. It's not going to have the effect
She's
on my
building
wife.
these up. She's stacking this up. She has it written down. Next week, you're going to get it. All of it.
Omi
all at once.
loves David Bowie. Loves David Bowie. She actually posted a David Bowie picture on Facebook not too
I
long
saw
ago.
that.
Ground control to Major Tom.
I did?
Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did.
She pulled a me.
What I did?
Wow.
Did someone hack your Facebook page and start posting David Bowie pictures? That'd be the most horrible thing someone could do.
I'm going to have to go on your Facebook right now to just clue in everybody right now that is watching that has no clue what we're talking about.
Reminder.
She knows now. I have to remind the people that have no clue what we're talking about because it's not a reminder. It's a what the hell are they laughing
reminder
about?
for me. See, she leaves her Facebook logged in, and she's asleep in the morning when I'm getting ready for work. So I could totally change her profile picture to David Bowie.
She's logging out of Facebook as we speak.
I could just see someone hacks her Facebook and just puts nothing but David Bowie pictures everywhere.
Change her, David Bowie, and who's the other one, hon?
I just met you,
He can't stand.
and this is crazy. But here's my labyrinth. I stole your baby.
Who's the other famous person whose face you can't stand?
You know what? I don't even go there. And I know
She
Dom is sitting there going, I know.
I know too. It's just not on the tip of my tongue. It's not. I can't recall it right now.
Oh, poor Umi.
I'm not, no. You know how to laugh like him, and I'll slap you silly.
I do. Jeff Goldblum.
I don't like that. It doesn't freak me out.
Indeed.
Josie, what's the matter? Are you upset that I won't let you out of this room?
So, yeah, next episode is called Pink Cupcakes.
Woohoo!
I'm not
I love
kidding.
those.
I'm not kidding. That's the name.
Not when they're injected with poison.
Go on.
Stanley and Maggie hatch a plan to murder the freaks.
Great.
But we already know that Maggie's gonna, she doesn't see Jimmy as a freak anymore, and then there's gonna be some conflict going on, and Stanley and Maggie are gonna get at each other's throats because of this. I can already see that coming. Gloria hides the evidence of Dandy's gruesome new hobby. I was just about to ask who Gloria was, but that's Dandy's mother.
It's his mom's.
Yep. So she's gonna basically hide Dora.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And a health scare reveals Desiree may not be the oddity she once thought.
She's pregnant! Ah!
No, her male part isn't really a male part, it's a tumor.
Or she finds out that hermaphroditism, whatever the word is, that being a hermaphrodite is not totally unheard of.
No, that's too...
I know why.
Why she's pregnant?
Stanley is a hermaphrodite.
Oh, because when the guy took Stanley's pants off, it was like, whoa.
Yeah, but we thought it was,
He has a long duck dong.
a long schlong.
Yeah, but when the guy was staring after a few seconds, Stanley, he, looked really, uncomfortable. He looked pleased at first, but then, right before the scene changed, his face was kind of that of, disgust or embarrassment or something like that.
Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, I go back to the opening sequence, and there's this doll with a boot on the thing, and it's like... and it's... I kind of connected Stanley to this person.
We've also seen what was it last year in Coven? We had that weird demon creature with the wings in the intro that never made it into the show whatsoever. So there are a couple red herrings that are in there.
That's true.
So
I think he has a long dong. And
I'm going.
I don't know.
I'm going with hermaphrodite. I don't
I'm
think.
going to go with that too.
That makes sense. It does.
Yeah.
But
It does.
I like the other... Not because I like it, but because it just makes more sense to me.
Yeah. Anyway, Lily Rab, I don't know how to pronounce her name, is set to appear on episode 10 of this, which is the episode right before the winter break. And she is going to be reprising her role from Asylum as Sister Mary, which will involve something to do with taking Pepper to the asylum, Briarcliff.
Oh.
So
this is before Asylum, pretty much.
yes, this is definitely before Asylum. So this is the first season that there is an official, we are connected to another season. Like, we talked about this in the first or second episode about Pepper.
Yeah.
Then what was it, episode 2 or 3, they called her Pepper.
Yeah. And that's when our theories went all over the place.
Here is just more proof right here of Lily coming in, reprising another character, and taking her away to Briarcliff. So.
Yep.
I like that tie-in.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome tie-in. Also, Neil Patrick Harris and his husband, David Burtka, will be appearing in the 11th and 12th episodes as a chameleon salesman. That's what Neil Patrick Harris is going to be, a chameleon salesman. His husband will turn up in the season finale, which is episode 13, in a storyline that deals with Jessica Lange, her songs. Lange, whatever.
Lange.
Her songs. Has something to do with the songs.
Cool.
Okay. So my question is Patrick and his husband going to be completely, like, in the next season as actual characters? Or are they just going to bring them in again here and there?
I don't know.
Because I don't know.
I
know what they did with Kathy Bates. She was only supposed to be in Coven, and then they said she loved it. She did such a good job, and then they brought her back for this season.
Right.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to see.
From what I understand, is the writer from American Horror Story basically invited Neil Patrick Harris to come. Neil Patrick Harris had his own ideas of what he wanted to do, and then they met up and decided how much of what they had planned for each other they could merge together so they could come up with something that worked in terms of the storyline. So it's hopefully not going to feel forced into it. It's hopefully going to feel organic. But as far as that goes, in Asylum, the first season of Asylum, when we dealt with, I don't know his name, but the lead singer from Maroon 5.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Adam Levine. He hasn't been on the show since. So this very well may be a 1 season kind of 2 episode deal. But we don't know. Don't know for sure. I think Neil Patrick Harris would be an amazing addition to next year's cast lineup. So
depending on have they revealed what next year's?
They won't until like May.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they have not, but they said that there's heavy references in the first 2 episodes if you want to go through and look and kind of guess, because they already know what they're doing and they've already been renewed for next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So based on what I've seen and some of the pictures and things in the background, there's a lot of stuff dealing with space, right? And instantly, everybody jumped on something to do with the moon landing and things like that. And they've come forward and announced it is not space because the name is American Horror Story and deals with things that happen in America. So instantly, my mind went to Area 51. So that is what I believe next season is going to be.
So is this going to be another Asylum tie-in? Because
Or Roswell.
Well, Roswell, Area 51, but those have to do with aliens, and that was something that happened in Asylum.
Could be.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe these are more connected than we think they are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys have
cats don't stare at me like that.
You guys have anything else to add?
No, I think we covered everything.
Yeah, I think we did. We did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Kitty.
Yeah, so that about wraps up our show. Omikins, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24, and there's a cat.
Purr.
Oh, there goes the rub. Yeah,
Mike, where can the people find you?
There, at Philidren. ThilladRen. and also here with the cat trying to eat my microphone.
Rachel, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Savannah17.
You can find me down below at Phenomenon. I didn't even finish. PHENOMEDOM.
Sorry. PHENOMEDOM. Phenomenon. That's where you can find us.
You can also find us on Twitter, Facebook, Gmail, G+, MySpace, and right here on YouTube /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. And until next week, where all 4 of us will be eating pink cupcakes. We'll see you next.
What?
See you later.
I have to cook something for this again? Versus freaking pancakes.
It's not a Tsuma.
Well, I just said it, so now it has to happen.
It has to freaking happen now.
I have cupcakes.
Mike's complaining. He's like, I don't want to eat cupcakes.
I know, right? Mike's like, I don't want cupcakes. I don't want cupcakes. I don't want cupcakes.
I want some cupcakes now.
So do I.
Mike, guess what?
What?
You're gonna go bake some cupcakes, right?
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.